Hello, Dragon Brawlers. Scott Sedman here from London Players Guild and Out of Lives. Today I'm joined by two very special gentlemen in the Dragon Ball EU community. I have Tommy from Tomgeta Games
Hey guys.
and Andrea from The Lookout.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, doing pretty well. Doctor Who may have delayed the plans of this episode, but you know, we're doing well. Tommy, you doing alright?
I'm doing great, man. I'm
Well, we're,
doing great.
we're all,
Yeah,
we're
same
all,
here.
that's what we like. That's what we like. We've all come here today to discuss what's going to go down at the end of the month, which is the Salford
Yep.
Regional for Dragon Ball Super. It's going to feature,
Huge tournament.
yeah, huge tournament. So currently, we might as well
hmm
get this out of the way straight away. 200 tickets have sold. We've got 56-ish left available. So if you want to get your tickets, there'll be in the links in the description of this, and I'm sure when we share it out on all our socials, there'll be links to get the tickets for it as well. 56. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a big event. That's the promo out the way. There you go. Emma might be happy with me now. You're welcome. Let's get straight into it, guys. I want to talk about the big thing, which is, and it might apply to you more than it does to me, is that the use of foreign language cards is allowed. And I'm going to throw it to Tommy straight away to see what he wants to
Okay.
say about it.
Okay. So the thing about foreign cards, it's a great thing to have because in card games like Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, you got different languages as well, and yeah, it's great for the community to get to be able play the different languages. But don't agree exactly with what they do with the rulings on that. To be honest,
It's a bit
because
weird for us
yeah,
considering
it's weird.
we're the ones who get not punished, but it affects
hmm
English players going to play abroad
Yep.
more than it does abroad players coming to play in England. But for this
Yep.
event, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It means all the
hmm
Italian players, all the French players, if they want to come and play, they can come and play, which is brilliant. And we're already starting to
Yep.
see it. There's a few people on the Facebook groups talking
hmm
about how they want to come over. It's just a matter of can we get them cards in time, which there's
True.
a fair
True.
few people trying. Andrea, what about you? What do you think of the news?
I was really happy when I saw it. I think I saw it about like 5 minutes after it was announced on Facebook. I usually get a notification whenever there is a new post by the main Dragon Ball Super Card Game Facebook page, and I was really happy to see that. And I immediately ran to my friends and said like, guys, this is gonna kind of raise the interest of all the players in Europe. We're gonna get many more players. Also, what is I think the most important thing is that plenty of players now will be able to go to big European tournaments, specifically the card market series.
Oh yes,
Which there are
Yep.
so many of them this year. I think that these guys are doing an amazing job, and I mean, for there'll be for let's say what we can formerly call the English, let's say speaking tournaments will be the Leiden, Keln, and which one and Sevilla, of course. But now they're
hmm
not only English tournaments anymore, and anyone can play in them now with any kind of cards. So I think it's going to be great to see many Italian players, for example, coming to Sevilla, or French players coming to Sevilla. I think we're going to have. I think we're going to see a different competition in these tournaments, and I think it's going to be a lot of people, a lot of really great players. So I'm really happy about that.
yeah, and you kind of saw it in action before anyone else did. You were at the Brussels event. You got to see it
Yep.
all unfold, and like
Yep.
based on obviously it was a smaller sample, smaller size pool. 46 players, I think, wasn't it?
God, I was there. We were reporting
hmm
Yeah.
on the tournament, and we really had a blast. It was a whole day. It was a really full day. Amazing players. I'm
Yep.
really happy also that we got a French champion as well. That was
Yeah,
hmm
Tasia took the
yeah.
number one spot
Yeah.
with hit with hit. Granted,
Yeah.
it was
Nobody saw that coming.
it was a special format. There is the caveat there, but it's still an impressive feat. But like from your on the ground experience, there wasn't too many confusion between what does this card do in a different language, or was there some of that? Like,
I need to get my phone out for some matches because some can't read French, so
okay,
I had to get translation out.
but otherwise, like, I mean, that's basic thing was just have a translation. That's the rule. You do have to, if you're
Yep.
running a foreign card, you
Yep.
do have to have the translation on you.
Yep.
But yeah, so aside from something minor like that, it seemed to it ran pretty well. There was no, because I know there was a lot of like fear about card stock and all that, but it seems to have kind of just gone to the wayside now that it's happened and now it's a thing. Everyone's really excited about it. The event's going down over 2 days, 29th of February, which is such a weird thing to say. Normally February has 28 days for those who don't know how months and days of the years work. So February 29th is the main event. It's the standard singles event. Everything's legal. There's no product coming out after it until Draftbox 5. So everything's legal. Doors open at 8 a.m. Player check-in at 8:45. 8:50 is when you get seating, and then 9 a.m. is the starting round. As I said, we will link to get tickets in the thing. For participating in main event, you get, I think, the coolest thing outside of the Gogeta and UI Goku playmat and the championship promos is this little the Freezer European stamped card. Now,
yeah,
I'm not super sure on this, but has America got one? I don't think they did they?
I don't think they got a exclusive card. No.
Exactly. So I think like this is awesome. We have our own exclusive card, and it's not a terrible card at the moment because Freezer Swap's quite a thing. Like people are playing the Freezer Swap engine, so it's a good choice of card as well. It's not just like a set one vanilla Vegeta. I don't know why I jumped to that. Sorry, set one vanilla Vegeta. No hate. You're probably good in some way, shape, or form down the line. But that's cool. And then obviously for the event, we get the championship promos, which are legal for this event. So if you have got French versions or you manage to steal some from America, you're going to have a slight advantage. Maybe. We'll see. I'm still not 100% sold just because I don't think they're that widely available that it's going to affect it too much. But Peter has been like, no, it's going to affect it. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. Obviously, the Gogeta and UI Goku playmat. And I think 3 or 2 event pack 5s. I'll put the correct number up on the video. So what do you think surprising, guys? Because for the longest time, there's a whole thing about the UK pricing isn't that good. I think this is some of the best pricing we've seen across Dragon Ball. Like, just for entry, I really like it. The mat looks amazing. We've seen it in person thanks to France, Yoga France. And I just, those championship promos, even if you pull the worst one, you're still making a bit of money from them. And Renee's vending, so he's definitely going to be taking them day of. So I think 5 of them's if you're a collector like me, it's a pain in the ass and it's very upsetting. But getting 5 of them makes it less bad. And then Event Pack 5 just looks beautiful. So, Andrea, what do you think of the pricing? I'm very happy for it. So, just for entry.
No, I mean, when I saw the pricing, I actually said like, okay, let me check these Championship 2020 cards. So I was like, okay, let's see, these are going to be really excellent tech, you know. We even wrote the article for the Lookout webpage. It's our latest article, actually. Me and my friend Ivan, we put our thoughts together and actually commented on each of these championship cards. And like, I think like half of them you will have to play in your build, at least half of them, depending on, of course, on the build, because they're very, very good. So even getting only 5 at the beginning, I'm very happy about, and I will definitely be trying to get more, even sealed packs if possible.
Yeah, I imagine some people will be selling them. Like you don't want to encourage it, but like it's gonna happen. People will sell participation. Some people are there to play. Some people are there to make money. It happens.
It's true, because it's also
true.
I think you have to also think about that. There is this thing that we will be this will be the only tournament we'll after the French card market series we'll be able to get them, and then the next one will be only in Sevilla. So there will not actually be that many of these cards out there. So
let me interfere with that. We got store tournaments as well.
True, yes, that is a good point. I forgot about those.
And they are starting in March, and you can get the champion packs there as well.
But that's only 2 for entry.
I see. So from March. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Two for entry. It's something. It's better than I think it's better than the Championship 2019 ones. I think that was only 1 entry. I can't remember. I can't remember those events. I just remember time regular Vegeta making me scared that I would never have a set of them, and now I have way too many of them. So again, I don't think it's the end of the world with these promos. I think they might come down in price a little bit. I think this is just a lot of high price, and the availability is pretty slim on them for now. We'll see how things play out. But as a thing, I think the main thing you go for if you're not into the play mats, which some people are. Those 5 packs are. I don't want to go. Oh, it's guaranteed like £20, but I think you could easily make £25 out of 5 packs of that. Like,
Easy,
or
easy.
£20. You know what I mean? So the tickets are £35. Double check on that. But so like if you are going there as a player and you just want to get your money back for entry, you could. It's fairly safe bet that you're going to be able to do that. So it's essentially a really risk free, at least just for the entry in the tournament. You're going to get your money back just from entry, which some players look at it like that, others don't. But for those people who are concerned about it, don't worry too much. And then Tommy, have you got anything else to say on the entry pricing?
On the entry pricing, I think if I would go play there, I think it's fine with the promo, the exclusive one, and the packs as well, because you can easily make your money back on that one. It's like 40 quid or something to enter.
Yeah, £35 for the entry fee just for the main event. So
I mean, if you look at for example, the Frieza one from the champion pack, that card only is like what, 50?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like there's Broly, Xeno. Like, there's not really a proper like price on them right now. It's all very speculative and changes daily. Like, we've not seen I think after Salford and after mainly the Tournament of Power and that regional weekend in America, that's when a more solidified price will come out for them. But right now, even owning the packs, you're in a decent place. You're in a decent place, and it is. It's looking pretty good. It's 10 designs, 5 of them, so hopefully you get the one you want. But even if not, you're gonna be okay from the thing. You get the Goku and the UI mat, and then so we'll talk about as we hopefully do better in the tournament for me and Andrea's sake, because we're both there playing. Apart from participation, which we covered, which is the exclusive play mat, the freezer, the championship packs ×5, and the event packs ×3. For top 25%, so we'll assume we sell out, which it did in Manchester last time, so 256, that's 128th. If you come in that, no, it's top 25, isn't it? So it's so no, it's not top 75, is it? It's top 70. Top 25.
I think top 70, yeah.
Yeah, so if you come in the top 70, you're going to get 2 more of the championship packs. The top 25% is 2 extra packs. I mean, for coming 70th out of 256, it's not a terrible prize. Like, at least you get something, you know what I mean, considering Top Cut's going to be 16 players. So if you come between 16 and 75, you're getting a little bit extra, which I think, like, I'm not one of those people who are amazing at doing how you work out, but I think that's 3 wins on a 6-round basis you get in that. Maybe 4. Draws obviously make it difficult to predict, but yeah, if you get 4 wins or 3 wins in a draw, you should be getting that, which is not too bad.
I think you really should avoid draws as much as possible.
Don't do draws. It's really bad, like what I did in the big prelim for London, where I drew 3 of my matches with Boo, and it was just a nightmare. It's like, well, my teammate who won 1 match and lost like 3 of them did better than me because I just kept drawing. It was horrible. But yeah, then there's Top Cut, which for us I think is like, it's genuinely better than what they have listed on a website, because everyone who gets the top 16 will get a booster box of Universal Onslaught, which, as we're all seeing quite now, like all the SRs are doing pretty well value wise. SPRs are pretty good, and then if you pull any of the secrets, you're laughing. So that's just good value on just even getting to Top Cut. You also get so top 16 get the winner play mat. That's interesting. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but that's what the website says. Yeah, because it just says the alt art is the champion prize. So yeah, so if you come top 16, you'll get the mat, the booster box, and is it Serious Bomb? Yeah, it's Serious Bomb, the Hachiyak Dash promo, and Foreseeing Darkness Goku Black, which is a card that I wanted reprinted for so long, and then they made it a championship prize. Thanks Bandai. It's not as if I needed them or anything. It's cool. Not bitter about it. Just means I get to go after a prettier version. I think that's a good top 16 prizing, personally. What about you guys? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's really, really good. The top 16 pricing, I think the tournament center stepped up here and in a very big way, specifically by giving away the boxes to top 16. I
Mm.
think that's a very nice spice to this to this tournament, and I also think that it speaks a lot in terms of basically there will be plenty of players from the UK specifically there, which is, in my opinion, a very, very big competition. One of the best players in Europe, and I always enjoy going to the UK to play. And I think this is a really big, also reward for any of the players that will make it the top cut.
For the top four, you get 3 more of the special promo alt art and a finals buy, which doesn't say
Yep.
again it's for exclusive America, so I'm not sure. And then the champion gets the Emperor's Death Beam gold champion stamped card, which just looks so good. It looks so
It's
good.
such a beautiful card.
Easily flex. I mean, this is the only thing that I'm kind of sad it's not the metal leaders, because I really do like metal leaders. After being able to hold Zamasu in my hand, I'm
Mm-hmm.
still salty, but I actually prefer the alt arts. I think they look so nice, and it's just bragging rights in it. I think it's
It
a
is,
good
yeah.
price. So that's the tournament structure for singles. Top 16 will play out on day 2, obviously. I think this is going to be the best tournament to attend for the Europe, for Dragon Ball, and I think it's a good way to start off our season. You guys got anything else to add to that?
Yeah, I would say I would just add to your point, Scott, that I think Paris was actually a very, very good start. Now that we can
True,
also
true, yes,
say that we can all play French cards, and if whoever actually had all of the French cards, I think you have to have a 46 French card deck to play in the French card market series. I think that was a big start of the year, and I think they proved with more than 300 players how how interested they are in the game. If you also take a look at the Facebook group of French players, there it's the biggest group out there
mm,
um, for Europe. So I think yeah, it's going to be a very big competition. But yeah, I think pretty good start of the year altogether.
yeah.
Mm.
And then on the second day we have the draft tournament, which for entry you get six draft packs of Dragon Brawl. They've managed to find some Dragon Brawl from somewhere, or whether it's leftover stock, we don't know. But it's Dragon Brawl. People are going to be interested in it because of the expensive cards in that set. You get one championship pack, which is nice, and an event pack 5. I mean, that's not terrible for entry. Like, you are just paying for a draft box draft, and you get a event pack and a championship pack. It's whatever it is. If that's what you're into, that's fine. What do you think to entry of the draft?
Uh, Looking at the boosters and stuff like that, I think it's little bit scarce. I mean, one champion pack and one event pack for the same price as you enter the tournament, but
True.
the main one,
Mm.
in my opinion, it should be a bit more.
Okay. I
Uh,
mean, that's fair, and maybe it will get upped on the day. We'll see. I think it just depends how popular the event is.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
but where it does come interesting is in Top Cut, which I think is 2 people, right? Top Cut is 2 people. You get the Broly Unforeseen Force alt art and the Vegeta making an entrance alt art, and I think both of those look really clean. And it's cool that Draft has its own.
Hmm.
I think giving Draft its own pricing is a good step in the right direction.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Obviously, we saw the Metal Vegeta leader last time, but that was it. I think it was just a Metal Vegeta. This time they've got,
Yeah, that was all. Yeah.
yeah, so you've got 2 alt art prints, and then you both get that in Top Cut. And then the winner also gets a Draft Championship play match, which is Cell, and it's beautiful. Like, it's the
yeah.
evolution stages of Cell, and it just looks so good. Um,
Hmm.
I think actually that the draft tournament is going to be less popular than the team tournament.
oh,
I
so do
think
I, which I mean, that makes me want to
yeah,
play Draft because I have a better chance of getting that Cell mat. um,
yeah, it's true, it's true.
and then
Yeah.
the draft championship winner gets the Ribrienne Massive Love alt art, and it's another stamped card that says you're a champion. That's
Yep.
Swift. It's a good little thing. Like I said, the entry cost in just getting one championship pack and one event pack 5, it's whatever. But then again, if you pull a UI Goku, a Piccolo, a Raiders Warcry. Oh my god, I can't say Raiders Warcry. Oh my god, if you pull a Raiders Warcry, it doesn't sound right now that I've said it. I've confused myself. Right, if you pull any of the expensive cards from Dragon Brawl, you're laughing. Also, you've got a good chance out of 6 packs to pull a Topo as well. So, like, I don't know. It's one of those things. Yes, it's expensive and you don't get too much for entering, but if you pull a good card, or if you make it to the top 2, you get some good stuff for it. You get some good stuff for it. So I think draft is very much a. Do you want to risk getting draft box 4 cards? If you do well, you get something more for it. But like Andrea, I do think teams is where the draw of is going to be on the second day. And if it's anything like France, there's going to be more teams than they can handle. Because that's what happened on day 2 in France.
I heard about that actually, and I think having more people, I'm sure it's not all these people. I mean, playing in teams is, for me at least,
yeah,
it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, teams is an entirely different experience. Like, it may look on the surface that it's the same type of game, but you can't have duplicates across your team. You're allowed to converse with your teammates. I don't know. There's something more like communal about teams that I play it less competitive, but I enjoy the experience more because most of the time the people you sit across from are also just having a chat, and it's people who love the game all together. You know what I mean? And I just think teams is a really unique experience across the board. And they've slightly changed it because I think the last time I played teams was Games Expo, and it was best of 3, but each person played best of 3. This time it's best of 3 across the team, so you're only playing best of 1, so there's no real sideboard. Actually, I don't think there is a sideboard at all. 30-minute rounds, which is a bit quicker, which is nicer, so it should go smoother. And for entry, you get 3 championship packs and 3 event pack 5s. So what do you guys think to the initial outset of teams?
I just love the playmat you get there.
Yeah. I know, right? It's a bit...
If you win.
Yeah, if you win, yeah.
Yeah, but, like...
I think the pricing for teams is actually good, because you get equal to actually entering the main event as well.
Sans a championship pack or 2. I think it's 2 less championship packs.
Yeah, 2 less, but it's, I think, for £10, I think it's really priced.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's worth it, isn't it? Yeah, like... and also, like, you don't get the mat as well, but, like... If we look at what they did last time when they did a teams thing, so you had the Beerus playmat and the Champa playmat, like... You know what I mean? Like, I think keeping it to... It costs less to enter teams, and you get roughly the same stuff as what you would get just minus a mat. I think that's really fair. And I think it does encourage more people to play teams. Top gets the Alt Art promos, which in this case is a Denial of Hope, which looks pretty beautiful. I imagine that's going to go for a few pennies. And then King Vegeta, the Majestic Ruler, which I think is the draft box card. I can't.
It is, yeah. It's So
there you go, guys. Anyone complaining about draft box reprints, you've got one right here as a top 2 place in teams. It's easily obtainable, very much. So one of the best cards needed a reprint. I'm being facetious. We don't need that. And then so you get top 3. Top cut gets 3 of them. Top 2 gets 3 more, I'm guessing. And then championship gets 3 playmats, which we'll talk about in just a second. And the Dabura, the Dabura as a championship card. Bandai, why? It's so good.
We need this, right?
Yeah,
we need
100% for Boo players. It's just a beautiful card, and I need it in max rarity, so I'm gonna fork out for it if someone sells it. But the playmat, boys. I don't know about you, but this is the so good. Why is this a team's playmat that you have to win?
Well, there is something for everybody. I think that Rebrand fans are going to be playing teams.
I know, right? Like that mat alone makes you want to be competitive teams, which is something I never thought I would say, because it just looks so good, and you can imagine how good it looks in person. There's so many different colours on it. bragging rights.
It's a beautiful match, man.
All of the maidens there in their full glory.
Yep.
Just the only thing I don't understand is if you've got the maiden mat for teams, why is Brienne not the championship prize? It's a bit weird, but whatever, Bandai. You do some weird stuff sometimes. Like, that's fine. So I think overall prizing for this event is going to be fantastic, no matter which one you choose to enter. Obviously, most people will be playing main event. I don't think anyone's just going for day 2 to play teams or draft. I could be wrong, but for the most part, everyone's going for the 2 days. Most people will be taking part in singles, and most people on the second day will be playing in teams. I know we've got 2 teams entering, and that's just out of lives. Foe will probably have some teams going in. There's lots of good teams entering into teams like from around. I don't know about EXT. I assume EXT's going, if they're still a thing. Throw some slight shade that way. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah, I want to know. What do you think of this whole event as a general thing? Prizing? Any comments regarding Salford?
Looking at this year and last year, I think the pricing is like 150% better to actually come and play there. Should be the same location as well, right?
Yeah, it is the exact same location, so it was really easy to get to, really good venue, close by to like a Sainsbury's and stuff. It was one of those like shops that it's like, if you don't want to pay for catering, you can go and get a drink from a local, and it's really cheap. So yeah,
or just walk towards the subway. I mean, if it's still there.
I would have thought it's still there. Like, it's a university, subway's still there.
I also like the timing of the event because it's actually only 2 weeks after set 9 drops. So I think we're gonna get plenty of new decks. Also, we have the expansion that came out. And I think last year we didn't have. I think we had Miraculous Revival like back in November or December, and that actually decided that Gogeta 7 was, I think, dominating that tournament, and of course Storm.
And
we can't forget Storm, but that was a pretty different kind of meta. And I think in this tournament we don't really know what to expect. I think that's also the timing. I think you also said, Scott, in the beginning that we really have to be on the lookout what's happening in the US at the moment. How are the current expansion sets and also the set 9, how will they affect their meta? What can we expect from the tournament that's actually going on this weekend, and also the Las Vegas tournament? So I think we're going to be pretty well informed what to side as well.
100%. Like, we've got the bans as well, so TN's gone, like, Tower's gone, hand control's wide up. I think it is one of the best, like, states this game's been in going into a tournament, because for the first time ever, we've got the main set on time as America, which is fantastic news. So we're part of that meta-defining thing, whereas we were normally playing catch-up. Yeah, we had a bit of difference, so America went pan, we went baby. Like, that's happened a few times, but for this most part, everyone's kind of in the same boat of
I'm so happy that they actually gave us the products on time this time. I mean,
it's good.
It's very important.
It's good that they actually listen to us for now instead of let's wait on Europe.
Yeah, and I also I think, Tommy, what we also I think have all to say and really be thankful for to all of the content creators, and you are one of them, of course. And I think Tournament Center and Emma specifically did a really, really good job in kind of reaching out to the community to see who wants to cover the tournament and who wants to specifically restream. I think Tommy will be one of the restreamers.
I will.
France and Italy.
I will be restreaming on Saturday only because I have to work on Sunday because of the new job as well.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a fun day.
I mean, we've got like you said, Emma reached out to a lot of people and got a lot of streamers. So Tommy's restreaming, he's the English restream. We've got a German restream, 2 French restreams, and an Italian restream. They're all linked on the playdragonball.eu Facebook page, but it'll also be in the links of this video
Yeah.
whenever and wherever it gets posted. So you will get coverage, and I know for a fact that once the event's over, I'll be doing breakdowns of what happened. So you're going to get a lot of coverage from this event, which is fantastic. And I know whilst we're there, me and Andrea, I think we both got press, so we're both going to be running around doing bits and
Absolutely.
bobs. Doing bits and
Absolutely.
bobs. We'll probably collab. It'll be funny as hell.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, maybe it's good, Scott, to already put it out there. Really approach us at any
Yes.
time between games. I mean, I am going to Salford to compete on both days, but during my free time and during between rounds, I always do reporting anyway. So
Yes, like we'll both like please just come up to us, talk to us. I know I'm going to be interviewing pretty much anyone who wants to be interviewed for a series that we're going to be announcing very soon. So if you do want to come up and be part of that, come and talk to me. And just I think that's the best thing is like every time I've been to one of these events, I've met new people. I've met people who have become some of my best friends. Like some people who I'd never thought I would like end up like reaching out and being like, "Hey, are you okay?" When I was in my darkest time, you know, like so. It's been this community's meant a lot to me, and this is almost coming is a year after. It is almost a year after, isn't it? Since
it's been a year, man. It's been a year now. Yeah.
So a year on from where I was in Miraculous Survival, we're almost at set 10 now. We're at set 9, and it's just how this community's grown and come together, I think, and how Bandai and Tournament Center have reacted to what we've asked and wanted. It's been fantastic. It's a completely night and day situation, and I think everyone's excited to go forth and play some Dragon Ball. So like we said, Tommy, you are streaming. What can people expect from you? You're restreaming. You're going to provide a bit of commentary.
Well, what they can expect is a lot of fun, a lot of jokes, a lot of Dragon Ball puns.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, just the overall judge experience I have, I will put out there as well. People can ask me questions, judge questions as well. I'll try to answer them as well. How they can become a judge and stuff like that. I mean, it's gonna be a fun day. I'll be ordering pizza, so
pizza party, pizza and Dragon Ball. Like, what's more to love? Like, you can't be there in person, but you're there in spirit, and that's what we like. That is what we like. And I think that sums it up. I'll just recap. So it is the 29th and the 29th to the 1st of February. Singles day 1 is just Swiss. Day 2 is Teams Draft and Top 16. You can get your tickets on Tournament Center's website. Again, it'll be linked below. Andrea from the Lookout, any final words you want to say, mate?
Thank you, Scott, to you, first of all, and to the London Players Guild and the Out of Lives Network. You guys are really doing a great job, and I was really happy to be part of this chat, and I'm really happy and really to see you in Scott and Salford. And Tommy, all the best, of course, and I'm really happy that you'll be streaming this as well, so looking.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you.
And then Tommy of Tomgeta Games.
My final words. Thank you for this interview, Scott. And thanks to especially Tournament Center for giving me the opportunity to cast the tournament as well. Because this will be my first time actually commentating instead of being there as a head judge.
Yeah,
so that's going to be fun.
It's a really fun experience. I think you'll really enjoy it. Like, especially when chat gets hype, it's something else. It's something else. It's like I'm nervous because I've not played in. We figured it out. The last main event I played in was Games Expo. So
really,
I think so. No, big prelims. Sorry, big prelims.
You played in London, right?
Yeah, London Big Prelim was my last event I played at. So it's been a while. So it's going to be fun to actually play. I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, Andrea and me are going to be there in person. Please come and hit us up. If you message Tommy, Tommy's able to get in touch with us. So anything you want to say to us, we'll get relayed. Again, thank you to Tournament Centre. Emma, you're a superstar. Thank you. You're a blessing this community deserved. And I think that's it, guys. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in Salford.
Thank you.